So I've already had this, but Steven has not. So,
Correct.
interested to see what he thinks. I don't want to say too much because...
Oh, boy. The only brew I've had is the Lost Monarch. The Redwood Empire.
That's a blend. There's also single malt in there, though.
So it's not a true brew rye.
I don't think so. I could be
love
wrong.
that bottle.
I'm sure I'll be corrected by somebody.
Yeah, if somebody knows, let us know. But that bottle for $35. Talk about Value City.
Pretty good.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's like a warm-up pour. Oh, give it to me all day. All day. All right. It's driving me crazy that this isn't like straight. It's the little things, man.
No, we turn over to July, and now everything needs to be straight, huh?
Look, man. I love everybody. I don't care. That was a good joke, though. All right. Let's give it a go here. The nose is awesome, man. That's a great nose.
A little
113
spicy, a
proof.
little nutty.
What's the proof on this thing?
Is that 113 point something?
What's the price? We already talked about
We paid
that, right?
$45.99.
I like that you're like right into the risque jokes, though. Immediately, you're just like,
That's what I operate on.
I like that. That works. That is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I've been on a huge rye kick though lately. But the beautiful thing about a burr rye is
Best of both worlds.
it really is, man. It really is. What are the other burr ryes out there? You have the one that I can never, the one that's Utah only, High
What,
West.
The High West.
Yeah,
burr
that's
rye?
supposed to be great.
Yeah, I've heard
Definitely
good things
never
about
had
that.
Yeah, they say it's a bourbon rye blend.
What are some other ones? I don't think there are a lot of people doing it. At least not enough.
God, that nose. What is it though? It's got a little bit of sweet and a little bit of spice.
Okay, so
You guys know that I'm not gonna be
Mr.
good with the nose.
Ferozzi says that it's just bourbon and rye on the Lost Monarch.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, he said that, which is, I'm right. Woo! We're straight rye, 45% straight bourbon, holding the cast strength. I've got the cast strength, but I haven't tried it yet. I've heard the cast strength is actually a little disappointing compared to the regular, but I'm gonna have to find out for myself. What do you think, Jimmy? How does that one compare to the normal?
That's just good.
I
It's just good, man.
have to think through a score on this. Man, that's like Lost Monarch if it were better, because the proof I think helps out.
Yeah, it's got
Do
the
we
proof.
know the age? That's what I was trying to
Yeah,
look on.
it's 30% 9-year bourbon and 70% 7-year rye.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. So it's like just enough bourbon to sort of like cut the spice.
Dude, Knob Creek's not messing around with the releases
No.
lately. They got that 10-year rye.
Oh my
I've been on the look for that.
They have it at the exchange.
Do they?
It's just $80.
I can order it online for cheaper. I'm not in a hurry because I know it's going to hit shelves. That's a normal release, right? Or is that going to be tough to find?
I think it's supposed to be like the 12.
So a little tough to find.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean the 12's getting easier and easier. to
Oh
find
yeah, I mean I
nowadays.
could find the 12 anytime, and I can, like I said, I can buy the 10-year rye if I wanted it and have it, but I want to support local if I can. So I kept hoping that Seville or somebody would get it in stock, because I feel bad. I've been buying all these bottles online, but it's just because
Total Wine.
locally they don't get stuff in quickly enough.
Total Wine's probably your best bet.
Their prices have gone crazy though.
It's terrible.
That Booker's that we got for $115 before tax.
Did you end up buying the Master's Keep?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that price was out. It was $330 or something before. It was brutal. It was brutal. But I told myself the moment I saw it, I was going to buy it because I love wild turkey.
It comes in a box.
It's a beautiful bottle too, and it's a rye. So to
Yeah,
me,
it's
that's unique.
It's
So
a 10-year rye that you just paid $350 for.
well, we're gonna have to drink it then, aren't we? And so you
guess
can
so.
eat your words.
I guess so.
All right, I guess so. We'll do that.
It's an expensive night, is what I'm hearing. Oh man, yeah, you can give your score first because I've already had this before.
I'm thinking about it. A little spicy, which it should be.
Yeah.
With the rye. It's like the bourbon's in the front, the rye's in the back, dude.
Yep. It's
Especially,
like a mullet. It's the mullet of bourbon.
It is, dude. Party in the front, or what is it?
It's business in the
Business
front.
in the front.
That smooth bourbon, and then that spice, that kick in the back.
It really is. I mean, especially in the finish with the throat too, man. It's hanging out there.
Yeah.
Spicy finish, but I like it. Firework time. All
Yeah,
right,
people
my
are already
dog's gonna be
shooting off
freaking out,
fireworks.
dude.
They're a little bit early on that.
Yeah, my dog's gonna bark all night. I feel bad that I'm like in here. And this is Belle's first firework experience. She was outside last night and one went off and they were like, get me inside. I was like, I'm so sorry. I had no idea they were going to start 2 days early. What is going on?
Last year, Mochi didn't sleep at all on the 4th of July. And we tried everything. Thankfully, she did pretty good on New Year's with the fireworks, so we think it was just a puppy thing. But we'll see how tomorrow goes.
I'm going to give this an 80.
An 80?
Yeah.
I was thinking more like a 73.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm going to give it an 80. I don't...
Keep in mind, this is $10 more than the Evan Williams we just had. And I'd say, based on the scores you gave it, and also just the general complexity of it, it's well worth that $10 more. I mean, if they charge $60 for this bottle MSRP, like obviously, it'd be a bit more of a question of whether or not I buy it, but I'd still think it'd be worth the price.
I think that when I'm rating, I have to kind of keep value. I know we don't specify that. We don't do like a value rating. I got to think through how to rate things to be useful to you guys. Like when you guys watch these, really you're just looking to know, do we recommend it, right? I mean, at the end of the day, mostly, like, do you like it or not? We're splitting hairs. Like, I'll give it an 80 tonight and I'll give it a 74 tomorrow. But 73 Riley. Yeah, I think shaking his head.
I'm trying to give
he's gonna give you a rating.
I'm trying to give everything. I'm trying to leave some room.
11 out of 10. Let's go.
Because I don't want to be going back and thinking, you know, maybe something that's more expensive that is truly better. I gave a lower score than a $45 bottle, even if it's pretty incredible. Try Calming Dog supplements.
Tonight's gonna be weird. You cool? You
Sure.
have to work tomorrow. All right. We have to do some experimenting. So let's try that Lost. Let's just do a sip of the Lost Monarch
Just
barrel strength.
Same blend.
We have to compare, right? Gotta have something to compare it to. If I give it an 80. So this is the Redwood Empire Lost Monarch cast strength, 117.2 proof, so a little bit higher proof. It's 55% straight rye, 45% straight bourbon. Can you guys see that?
And I'm pretty sure it's younger than the Creek you just
It's
had.
got to be younger. I would say though, the bottle's way prettier. Sounded like Harrison, dude. It was. I don't know what happened there. It was wild. All right, let's crack this and see how we're doing. I'm just gonna use the same glass, I guess.
Woo!
That's how you do it.
There we go.
All right. So we gave our score, but now let's just compare. I'm just gonna give a little sip. We're gonna do a lot of little sips tonight. We gotta like keep it under control. Otherwise, it's just gonna get crazy.
Yeah, as much as we can.
As much as possible, but it's just. Oh, that's lame though.
Come on, a little bit more.
Like
There
I'm
we
not
go.
like
Perfect.
afraid to. I just trying to pace because we have a lot of things we want to try. Blend 2 pours into a Burr Rye. Which 2 would you choose? Ooh,
I know what I know what rye I'd pick. Overholt
like the
10
Maker's
year.
10 year.
No, Overholt 10 year.
The overall.
Yeah, I'd use that. Yeah, I'd blend Handy and Stag, like George T. Stag.
Yeah. I mean,
why not?
that's not a wrong answer. Yeah, Handy and George C. Sang. That's
Now, if the question was like if you could blend your own like shelf stable Boo Rye, where you could always keep it up like filled, you had to pick shelfers. That's a different.
I
question.
think that would be the. I think that would be the question, the right way to approach that.
Yeah.
And I don't have a good answer for that.
Let's see.
This nose is so different, more like
It
a
is.
toffee.
I see that toffee.
I think it's actually better.
It's got like
It should be. It costs more.
It's got like a tea cookie type nose to it.
Oh yeah. Shelfers was the
All
choice.
right, so mine's
Been a while since I got into it, and it's not my favorite Redwood Empire, but it's opening up really nicely. Sweet at first with a nice touch of rye, leading off into the finish, which is exactly what we just had with that Knob Creek. So let's see what this does.
We'll compare and contrast.
God, that nose is really nice though. Oh wow. That is different. It's crazy how different
It's
that
a lot
is.
more herbal.
Way more. It's got just because it's got more of the rye. right? But
Yeah.
it's more of an herbal
It has more
rye.
than 70% rye in it.
55 rye, 45 bourbon.
Because the Knob Creek was 70.
70. What?
Yeah.
What's the deal? I'm not familiar with Knob Creek's just basic rye.
Knob Creek's basic rye, I believe, is barely legal. I think it's 51% rye.
Yeah, interesting.
Any grass or mint? Yeah, I just said it's herbal. Maybe a little minty.
Like scolding the comment.
Jeez, Nathan.
I just said he's your friend, which
Open
is why
your
that's funny to me.
ears. No.
I love it. Yeah, it's very herbal.
Oh, Rocket
Dude,
Top.
Rocket
is
Top. I had some of that
incredible,
last
though.
night.
Oh
It
my
was
gosh.
so good, dude. That's a banger of a rye right there. Bottled in bond, perfect proof on that thing. Yeah, Rocket Top is a great choice.
This would pair so well with green tea.
Mm-hmm. Man,
Very different. Very good.
I like this more. I do.
But for like $30 more?
Yeah. If these two
Really?
are sit well, but I'm a little,
Because for me, just from a price point,
man, I don't know.
like, are you gonna tell
That's a
me
good
that's,
point, though.
that's $30 better?
Probably not, but
I
it's
wouldn't say so.
a lot different though, and in ways that I like. And that's not going to be a knock on the Knob Creek, because I still think that's
Yeah.
a great value for what it is.
This was a lot more fun.
But this one is really, after that Knob Creek, the Knob Creek felt kind of standard to me. Like, this is okay, it's rye and a bourbon. And then this was like, what is this?
So you got to keep in mind, the Knob Creek's a blend of the standard 7-year rye for Knob Creek and the standard 9-year bourbon. It's not like they were reinventing the wheel with the juice that went into it.
Good point.
I mean, hell, they've been doing Knob Creek now for how long? Like 25 years? And they just now decided to make a boo rye?
Dude, this year's weird with the ryes. It's like everybody decided we're releasing a rye this year. How'd they all decide that at the same time?
Well, rye's
That's what
getting
that
more
little
popular.
book has mostly rye.
Interesting. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I haven't
Yeah.
really paid attention to the little book. I just know people say it's great.
I don't, and I saw it at Walmart, and the price was great, of course, because it was Walmart, and it was on my list. And I started reading about it, and it's like people were saying how great it was and how interesting it was that they were experimenting with a rye.
Yeah.
And I guess one of the smaller components of the little book is the Booker's Rye, which people are like excited about coming out one day. So it's like evidence that Booker's does have a rye that is aging.
Getting close to being
Getting
ready
there.
to go. Yeah.
I don't know how much is there, but yeah.
Yeah, Nathan just said they've been calling it a poor man's little book rye. Or
Yeah.
Booker's rye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got that. I don't know if we're going to open it tonight, but we will open it eventually and talk about it. This is great. The Lost Monarch, very good.
It is good.
The Knob Creek Brew Rye for the price, I think, is, if you like that, speaking of rye, is EHT Barrel Proof Rye announcement.
Coming.
I've got their regular rye, but that barrel proof rye, I'll never see it
Intriguing.
probably, but it would be cool if I did.
The standard rye that we tried, it's good.
It is good.
It's not great.
It's not great. It's not it just E.H. Taylor small batch is where it's at. Their rye is fine, but Tumble & Dice single barrel rye, I've never had that.
Oh, is that what, yeah, Nick just polished off his. He would not shut up about how good it was, and I'm upset he didn't save me a sample.
It's kind of rude.
I know.
Nick, why would you not save him a sample?
How dare you, Nick?
Oh yeah, we're warmed up now. We can dive in.
Ready to go into one of my bottles?
Yep.
All right, so I gave you a rundown. All right. There's 2 ways we can go. We can hold off